Okay, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Dungeon Souls. We're going to be on Nightmare difficulty, because this is going to suck. Okay, we're going to play the Ranger. Good luck for me. I'm probably going to get dunked here. But, then again, that is part of the challenge. At least we got the magnet right off the bat. And if I'm lucky, I can get the plus... Whoa, I forgot I got the double health from stats. So, my stats are actually a little bit better than I thought they were going to be. I forgot about all the passive boosts that you get along the way here. So I have to pretty much not get hit. Which kind of sucks in summoning rooms like these. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. Actually really don't have much to worry about. My base damage output, it ain't, nope. I mean, we're no Nightblade, but we're not shitty either. We've already leveled 3 times. I'm just going to put all of my points into defense for the time being. Oh, crap. These are things that I did not bargain for. Do not, Jesus. Walk out into the main room and it's just like, oh, heard you liked enemies. Here's all of them. Ah, funny joke. Okay, so at this point I'm going to just stack points into arrows because I think that boosts all of my other abilities. And this just seems like a good idea. Okay, this is actually not so bad. It's going to get worse. It's going to get much worse. Because, yeah, currently we don't do quite enough damage to be able to deal with these things. At least we level so fast, healing is kind of nigh constant. Okay, I can get behind this. We're going to keep throwing points into defense. Still don't know if defense guards against that. Let's try and get hit by one of these. Nope. They're too fast for me. And this is a yellow champion mob. I don't want to get hit by him. Okay, good to go. I'm surprised. I thought we would have a much harder time of it here. Okay, this looks a little bit hairy. So, wait, that was a regular enemy type there. Weird. Not used to that business. Not used to that existing. Out of my way, out of my way. I gotta go buy a book. I was hoping I'd get a key. In retrospect, I probably should have farmed the level. But I'm bad at that sort of thing. Jesus. Out of my way, 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 out of my way. Got the book. Got it. Okay. Let's get out of here before Redeemer comes in, messes my shit up. Okay, we do not have the health for that. I probably should have considered farming the first floor for items and stuff like that. I've ever played Duck Game. I have. Duck Game is fun. Unfortunately, the only people I've ever played Duck Game with have been substantially better than me. So it was kind of just a shit show and a half. It was a sad shit show too. I was getting better at it, but I would like to play it on kind of even footing with people. Okay, let's just that hurt. This guy's scary. But at least it looks like Nightmare difficulty is at least kind of close. Close to balanced. Or at least possible. We're probably still going to get dunked by the Skeleton King. But at least we have a shot. Up. Want to say goodbye. Kind of missed the bus on that one. Might as well get the hammer. A little bit of damage. Well, see you, Chris, if you can still hear me. I don't even know. Say my name. I mean, it's Dragonia, isn't it? I don't even know. Okay. Oh, crap. That was the wrong move. Whatever. We wasted our good shot. But then again, these bats are much easier to fight. Okay. If I ever get in contact with Northern Lion. I am like... what, 2% of Northern Lion size? That is like a massive difference. I'm more likely, like, getting in good with someone like Bear Taffy. Or, shoot, isn't, like, Alpaca Patrol comparatively small? I think he is. Then again, he's more of a streamer than a YouTuber from what I remember. Okay, so do not get hit by this guy. He is just pure damage. In retrospect, probably should have waited on that one until he was done summoning. I don't even know where the boss is in this situation. At least he doesn't shoot at me while I'm directly next to him anymore. Okay, yeah, let's not use our spread shot abilities here. That's just going to result in sadness. Okay. Good to go. I'm glad I've got the passive points thrown straight into health regen. It's keeping me up. Yeah, we might actually have a shot at Nightmare mode. The recent evidence points to we're going to freaking die. Just let me survive for a little while longer. Come on. Come on, we can do this. Oh, shit. I'm standing on the traps. That's messing me up. I was wondering why I was taking so much damage. Still. Traps. Go figure. Okay, don't do an AoE while I'm right here. Okay. Should be good. Nope. I can do it. I can do it. I believe in myself. I have a passable faith in my ability to do things, maybe, sometimes. Okay. Yeah. We're okay. We're okay. Okay, he is... I think he's actually enraged now. I don't know if this guy has, like, a direct enrage. He was just red. Yep, okay, he actually was enraged. I think that means he does double damage. It's hard to tell. Either way, let's dunk that on them. How much health does he have left? 418. Well, we might actually make it to the sewers. Ow, ow. Ooh, do not shoot me in the face. I like living so much. Ha! Got it. Alright, so we get the money bag. Not really useful. We get club. Alright, works for me. Sword of Ice. It's okay. Okay. Anything else? I don't even know. Xeno Baron. Same kind of games. Fairly small. I'll have to take a look at these guys. The problem is, like, pretty much anybody in Northern Lions group, I feel like, is just already sated with just being part of Northern Lions group, so there's also that. Dragonia, I can't change the name of my stream, because this game is not listed on Twitch. Oh, wait. Yes, I can at least change certain things. There we go. Dungeon Souls-a-thon. I can change that along the way. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, return. Hey, leveled up. Nice. I really need some damage here. So these shooter fly things are kind of a pain. I'm really hoping we can get a primetime slime time level here. Though I'm not sure how well it's gonna help. We're doing surprisingly well for being kind of a no-name dude in the middle of the dungeon. For a second I thought I was listening to Risk of Rain music, and I was just like, this is concerning. Okay. Oh, thanks, Turtle Squad. Okay. Let's just keep our distance. These rats are terrifying. I do not like them. Okay, let's just keep our beautiful, beautiful distance and hope for the best that our precious squishy archer flesh does not get totally handed to us on a silver platter. Apparently I got down to -2 HP there for a second. Apparently I just got down to 0 HP there for a second. Okay, so we're gonna restart that. I'm probably gonna try and do this run. Oh shoot, no, I fucked that up. Whatever, we'll level pretty fast here. Well, hopefully we level fast enough to get that ability. I think we get it at level 3. Hard to tell. Nope. 4? Unfortunately, oh, yep, there we go. Unfortunately, I just automatically put my point into the first skill, which is a bad move. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to try and farm the level for keys, the first level for keys and levels, because honestly, like, the difficulty curve is kind of tame, and I'd like to actually be a reasonable level as opposed to just trying to sprint through content. I'm only playing this or something else. I am going to be switching games, not for a while, but I'm going to be switching games. Unfortunately, I have to record, like, 4 episodes worth of Dungeon Souls, maybe 5. I don't know. That's probably pushing it a little bit. I'll spread it out. I'll probably do some recording tomorrow too. In retrospect, let's just hit them with that there. That way we don't have to worry about it from a distance. Beautiful. Okay. Zero Baron only has 250 followers. Well, that's a little bit more approachable. They tend to work more on the YouTube side of things, but as far as collaborators, but I think that's just because I'm picky. And I find it's nice to have people that do both sides of the fence, really. Okay, so we're doing enough damage here. We're not totally screwed. Got some potions thrown around, and our stats are looking okay. Okay, that's good. Oh. Trying to get out of the range of those. They are painful, but we're okay. Okay, feeling good about that. Okay, let's relax a little. That last run was much tenser than I thought it was going to be. I'm like running on a little bit of a like the headache buzz that you get whenever you've been playing like slightly high tense games. Risk of Rain, I think it does it to me worse than anything else. Okay, we've only activated 2 out of 5, so I actually have a fair amount of time and room before I need to do anything. Problem is, like, the spawn rate right now feels really slow. Like, painfully so, really. I guess we haven't really given them much of a chance to spawn. Okay. I'm glad they threw in passives, though. In retro, just to speak in terms of, like, the state of the game. I'm usually a pretty avid, like, anti-macro progression systems in roguelikes, but at the same time, now that I'm, like, kind of experiencing it, it's a good way of, like, gating content into, Oh, Siege Airwolf. Oh, here we go. Getting content into, like, new difficulties. So in this case, it's like we want to have, like, really heavy-hitting enemies, but this way you have slightly more defensive abilities and, like, healing and stuff like that. I feel like it's a good way of balancing the game. Oh, interesting. So it is just 8% every single time, not 7.5%. That's probably for the best half percents or kind of bullshit anyway. Okay. Should be good. I just don't like the idea of farming the first levels for keys. The drop rate is always zing. The drop rates are always really bad. Okay, let's go find a healing potion before we get screwed. That was real freaking close. Unfortunately, it's very easy for me to just get smacked around really hard in this mode. Okay, so this is the last one. Can't stay in here. That hurt. Okay, that's fine. There's the healing potion we're looking for. I'd like to take out the demon, but not the Skelebros. I can fight them. Might as well drop that there. Beautiful. Okay, what level are we now? 10 already. Wow. Yeah, you really do level that much faster in Nightmare mode. I'm kind of okay with that, actually. I'm really curious to see what the last difficulty is like, but it's probably going to be a long time before we get there. Honestly, I feel like if this is Nightmare mode, I almost want to say that there's going to be, like, more passives every single patch. For at least a little while until things have kind of, like, bottomed out properly. Okay, let's stay away from that. Okay, yeah, you guys, if you're suggesting random people for me to collab with, send me a message on Twitch, because I'm very liable to forget. There's a lot to get through, and I'm terrible with names. Really, mostly I'm terrible with names, above all else. And it's a lot easier to remember when it's, like, actually there and listed for me. Because, yeah, I've been meaning to kind of expand the people I generally collab with along the way, because I mean, I don't know if it's obvious. I don't know if you guys have even looked, but, like, half of the people I generally collaborate with at this point are extremely inactive YouTubers. And that's kind of a really bad place to be. As far as, like, interacting with people and, like, growing channels and stuff. And it's always kind of one of those, come on, summon all your guys, so I can murder you all at once. Thank you, Aerostorm. You're probably the coolest ability in the game. But, like, you know, it's always weird to be the only man that even is, like, still doing YouTube at this point in my group. Okay. And ideally, I should be working with people at least remotely close to my size, but man, ow. It is really hard finding people that are, like, your size that are willing to work with you. Because I've tried, and usually it's just, like, no answer and stuff like that. Zero Baron's channel. Alright. The problem is linking the channel right now would be meaningless, because I don't want to stop either. Okay, good. Health regen's going fine. Why do we not have a key yet? I've been on this level for ages. Let's just piss them off. Okay, looks like the other Necromancer doesn't feel like getting pokey here. Okay, just cycle back and forth, back and forth. Meh! Death. That's a shame. Wonder if Dungeon Souls would have co-op. I would love Dungeon Souls to have co-op. That would be awesome. It'd be really fun to, like, clear dungeons with friends. Unfortunately, this game really does feel like they're this developer's first game. So if they were to add multiplayer, chances are it would be local only and not work very well, which is kind of a shame. Okay. Let's see. So what we need is keys, and we need them quick. And if this game doesn't feel like giving us keys, we're in trouble. Because the problem is, like, a lot of this challenge, the success of this mode is predicated on getting good items. And if you're just restricted to the standard, limited drop rate, it's like, ow, you're just gonna die. It's going to be sad. It's brutal. But yeah, I would love for Dungeon Souls to have co-op at some point. I think it would be really entertaining to just burn through dungeons with friends. It's one of the things I've actually been waiting for in Vagante and Cavern Kings for ages. Like, a lot of people ask me, like, why haven't you been doing either of those games in a while? And I mean, really, it just boils down to I grew tired of them, and I'm trying to, like, maintain my enthusiasm. So when the co-op finally comes out, it's like, yes! But unfortunately, we haven't gotten there yet. And so currently, it's just kind of like, oh, shit. Apparently, he did, like, 40 damage to me. I think we got crit by the enemy. That sucks. Then again, it wasn't a great run anyway. Okay, there we go. This game is brutal. I think I'm gonna give Archer one more shot, and then probably end the episode. We'll switch to somebody else. I was thinking Mage. I think Mage would be entertaining. Okay, Rain of Arrows next. Yeah, because ideally we'll find a key in a shop or a chest, or just from a drop. I mean, we've got so many champion enemies here. You'd think we'd be swimming in keys, but apparently the drop rate I think is lowered for this difficulty mode, which is kind of a shame. Because if there's ever a time to be, like, swimming in chests, this would be the time to be swimming in said chests. Okay, let's just pump points into defense. Either that or if they brought back, you know, random drops for the higher difficulty levels. I think that would be fair. But no. No dice. No luck. No shenanigans. Son of a bitch. Okay, we're gonna give it one more run than that. That was just embarrassing. I was like, alright, flee to safety. Oh no. Oh, that is a boulder. That is a sad boulder. That is one sad boulder of death and destruction. Okay, you're kind of a dick. Oh shit, there's a trap there. Go figure. They do spread shot. I always forget they do spread shot. I don't have enough money for the rusty sword. That sucks. Apparently you can get stuck on the shop sign. Okay, we need to take out that fireball trap. Wow. How far back is it even? Pretty far back, surprisingly enough. I thought we would be, just able to find it after a little bit of searching. Nope. There's too many archers. Too many cooks. But that's life too. I'm definitely seeing the complexity of this game rising, though. Okay, there we go. Now we got a rusty sword, which I think is... Jeez, that is a massive damage bonus. Okay, so now we should be doing, like, double the damage we were doing earlier. Why is our crit higher? I have no idea. I have no general understanding of some of these things, but that's okay too. Please just be bats. Thank you. It's just bats. Skeletons are a little bit tougher, a little bit rough. And I don't want to deal with that. Okay. Looks like people are starting to get sleepy, but then again, it's after 3 o'clock, so go figure. We got 50 people watching though. That is good. So I've been thinking about the overall direction of, like, my channel, YouTube-wise, and, like, Twitch and stuff like that. And I was thinking it might be time for me to start, like, divorcing the content a little bit. You know, originally I started stream-episoding just so I wouldn't be recording my content solo. But at this point, I'm starting to realize that a lot of people are only interested in certain types of my content. So, like, tonight, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. You know, we peaked around, well, we peaked for Binding of Isaac, go figure. The game is hella popular. And then after that, it was kind of like a up and down roller coaster, down in the 40s, back up to the 50s. Kind kind of vice versa, not vice versa, but rinse repeat. Okay, this could suck. That was successful. Okay, we need to make sure we don't get shot. There we go. And like I'm noticing tonight, for example, that I'm playing pretty much nothing but roguelikes, and people are sticking around, people are interested. And I'm thinking it might actually become kind of conducive for me to mostly stream generally roguelikes on the Twitch side of things. Ah, crap. Did we hit the teleporter too soon? I was gonna farm here. Oh well, not the end of the world. Well, the Redeemer has shown up, so it's probably a good time to leave. Or get killed. Third and stuff like that. Yeah, people like the Tycoon games. See, I think that's the other thing. I think the Tycoon games are probably going to be like a good end of the stream type of game, if that makes sense. Like once I've tired of this, I'm probably going to switch over to Shopkeep at the end of the night. And we're just going to finish with that. And if not that, Unholy Heights. Just because those two Tycoon games are a lot of fun. And like those are good cooldown games that I think I would continue with. But say for example, what's a good example? Well, pretty much any time I have like a new indie game that's just like indie game that I want to try, like Nova 111. I don't think I've covered Nova at all on the YouTube side of things because or on the Twitch side of things because I knew it wasn't going to translate to Twitch very well. And like even stuff like Fallout doesn't seem to be. I mean, it seems semi-popular, but it definitely does kind of drop people. Like yesterday, I think we peaked at like 40, maybe 45. There's our first silver key. Jeez, took it long enough. Should try out Relic Hunter 0. I did. It was okay. I think I'd rather just play Nuclear Throne. Nuclear Throne was the tits. Relic Hunter 0 just felt kind of like a mediocre version of that had weird ammo limitations for some bizarre reason. I just realized I have been just running around shooting things and talking. I haven't actually bothered to put any points into leveling up. That would probably help. That said, we're doing okay now that I'm kind of talking about stuff. It's not just sit there and whatever. Okay. But I think I'm going to kind of like reaffirm my focus on roguelikes, at least on the Twitch side of things. If I stream Fallout 4, I'll have all of the followers. Actually, it's entirely possible that Fallout 4 is going to be one of the least popular things on the Twitch side. Like it's a very real possibility that nobody's going to want to watch Fallout, because they're not going to want to watch any spoilers, have anything spoiled for them, and there's also going to be so many new people there's going to be so many people streaming it above me that it's going to be a little bit harder to compete there. I'm probably still going to do it, but I don't think it's going to be as popular as people think it's going to be, which is kind of a shame. But it's life. Like that's just how YouTube works. Okay, there's the silver chest we're looking for. Oh god. Go. Yeah. Okay, thank you for that. Let's go with the max health, even though it doesn't help me as much as I wanted it to. There we go, regain health, and we get a warrior book. Okay, that's some defense. Good. Okay, yeah, people are going to be all over it. Well, I'm hoping so, because I really would actually like to continue with that. We're going to run away for a second. That hurt. Because I've enjoyed streaming Fallout New Vegas, and I mean, maybe it's also one of those where I can be popular enough, like I have enough of a following that people aren't just going to ditch for their favorite YouTuber. I don't know. That's always one of the harder things as a YouTuber, that you are completely dependent on, you know, drawing an audience and effectively becoming people's favorites, especially from like a Twitch perspective. Which I guess this is kind of like a weird mixed bag, but you know, it would be very easy for me to lose out to a lot of people as far as like watching goes, just because their favorite YouTuber is doing it and I'm not their favorite, so I end up kind of in the back. So not only am I like running at a lower audience, but also everybody is torn between me and whomever else. Okay, so we've got the Redeemer. I just really wanted to shoot these guys for a bit. I was really hoping we could get a golden key. I'm trying to keep close to the portal for when he shows up. There we go. Okay, we get the silver chest, which has the Aegis. All right. Tales of the Wasteland for Fallout 3. Combines New Vegas and 3. Unfortunately, Rosoti, I'm already like I'm already, like, amazingly... I'm already, like... I want to say, like, a third of the way through New Vegas. So I'm not sure if I can do that. I also don't own Fallout 3. I only own New Vegas. And I bought it specifically for the LP a couple weeks ago. So it's kind of like, well, I could, but... Fallout is expensive. Like, the Fallout games are not cheap. Not at all. It's kind of absurd. Okay, we might actually have a shot with this run. We might actually have to split this run up, because this is, what, 26 minutes in? I don't even know. Okay. What happened to changing to mage? This run happened. It's okay, we'll do a mage run after this, and then I'll probably have to stop. Because I'm actually, my hand is starting to get kind of like that bad tension. Oh shoot, I was going to play Megasphere tonight. Whoops. Oh, I'll figure things out. Forward to the Fallout vids. Yeah. Well, Crancium, if you haven't watched the streams yet, I will be putting up I will be finally starting the series on Fallout New Vegas tomorrow. You know, putting it up on YouTube. I've got all the footage edited, I just need to get some copyright issues out of the way. And, the thumbnail done. Because, as always, I need to effectively just adapt one of my pre-existing thumbnails into a fancy New Vegas looking one. It looks pretty nice, too. It's just the Sniper Elite, but obviously changed, so I look like a Wasteland Warrior instead of, you know, some World War II guy. Which is kind of fun. Okay, there we go. First two Fallout games. I have the first two Fallout games, I just don't have I don't have 3. Which is the one that was kind of important. What's Shop Tycoon? Do you mean Shopkeep? Because there's a difference between Shop Tycoon and Shopkeep. Shopkeep is fun. I've never heard of Shop Tycoon. Okay. So at this point, I kind of want to farm for keys again. If I can get the chance. I don't even know. Okay. Let's see. Ow. Let's see. A golden key would also be like a godsend at this point. At least we've got enough defense that we're not getting dunked by things. Because that shield pretty much makes everything perfect. And what is Shopkeep? I mean, Shopkeep is you're a shopkeeper. You're selling stuff. We'll see it in a bit. Because yeah, I think at this point I'm gonna have to, you know, hang up the hat after I finish this run and the mage run. Because my fingers are actually starting to get kind of sore. I've been playing a lot of hefty like. Yeah, wow, actually. I think it's just bad hand placement. I should look into getting a wrist rest at some point. And like actually looking to ergonomics. Which is weird because I've got an ergonomic keyboard. This is a bad place to sit. Oh wow, that helps immensely. Yeah, unfortunately I've had my hand arched so much that it's starting to ache a little bit. This is what happens when I do too much like recordy streamy stuff in a very short period of time. That's the last one. Okay. So I guess we don't farm for keys or potions and whatever. Not a big deal. Let's see. Let's keep our distance. I think what I'm gonna do is just try and get a little bit of. Well, I was gonna try and heal, but it looks like healing's out of the. Healing is out of the question. Okay, well, we're fine. Just keep my distance, keep shooting. Should be good. This is definitely way more powerful than the last time we confronted this guy. So I shouldn't have as much to worry about. I should not have stopped paying attention to what I was doing there. Okay. We're good. Just keep my distance and don't get dunked by his shots. The little guys are just distractions. He's the true threat here. When he does his stream attack, that's when it's dangerous. Everything else is just kind of in the way. Like there's the threatening one. I'm gonna dump a mushroom next to him. I don't know if he's gonna take damage from it. Damn it. Alright. I don't even know how much damage that mushroom does. What's up with my music player right now? It's like hanging up for whatever reason. Alright, I'm not going to question it too hard, but it's disconcerting. Because we could always run into like some crazy memory issue because of the latest patch, and it's ruining everything, including music. It's ruining music! I hear that all the time. It's dumb. I had a lot of like big music aficionado friends in college, and they were always just so angry at certain things. And then they just started listening to like everything they hated. And I was just like, are you guys... You're serious, aren't you? And they were just, like, totally offended that I was, like, calling him out on it. It was funny. Okay, so we did we just get... Oh, right, we got a Barbarians book from that. That's good. Yeah, Bloodbat Nightmare mode, you want to be rank 5. And, like, you want to max most of your passives before you attempt Nightmare mode. Though, they rebalanced it a little bit. The latest version of Nightmare mode is much more doable than it used to be. Which is good. I really wish I had keys. I really wish we had a Primetime Slimetime level. That would be a great place to level up and a great place to potentially grind out some of the gear that we need. Then again, it would be nice if the bosses actually dropped, yeah, let's do Walk Faster on crit. The Berserker's Ring ain't great. But this gives me a lot of dodge potential and escape potential. Especially because this character crits like a crazy person. Oh, we almost died there. Okay, let's not be there for a second. Let's think for a second. I do 15 damage. This is bad. This is really bad. We need healing. We need better items. I like some of the things they did with this most recent patch, but it is still freaking brutal. It is not easy to work with at all. Let's see if we can... Yeah, nuke them. Anybody left? The answer is no. I don't even know. Yeah, I thought, like, Nightmare mode in this game would just be, like, hard mode in Binding of Isaac, where it's like, it is harder, but it's not that much harder. Nope. It just makes this game just rough as all get out. But, you know what, there's something fun about, like, you know, fighting against all odds to survive. I mean, this character is definitely managing pretty well. Especially for a character that's not particularly well suited for it. Like, it's becoming very obvious to me that, you know, the Nightblade is pretty much the only character that can actually handle... Geez. Actually, surprisingly enough, these guys don't do a whole lot of damage. The contact damage is minimal. It's mostly just that they're obnoxious. But, you know, the Nightblade seems like he's super unbalanced, but really he's just meant for Nightmare difficulty, and everybody else just doesn't have the stats. Like, that what, 60 defense is like a godsend as far as potentially doing this content goes. Also, probably should have gone with the Berserking Ring in retrospect. I don't even know. Oh well, it's not a big deal. Okay. Kind of worried about everything. I'll get my health back up. Since there's no active healing anymore, I'm pretty much just at the game's mercy. That's a champion enemy. Might not be a bad idea to put a point into accuracy. No, we're 95% accurate. So that would be silly for us to do. Okay. At the same time. Ow. Oh, this entire... Ow. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, yeah. So they only do 2 damage per tick. I guess I must have enough defense that these rats are actually pretty non-threatening. Oh, I'm giving myself a wedgie. I really need to set up a standing desk. I think that would actually abate a lot of my problems. Maybe hurt my neck. I don't know. No, probably not. If you set up a standing desk properly, you don't have to worry about it. Question, why do I not have a subscribe button on Twitch? Because unfortunately Twitch has a Twitch requires you to have like 500 concurrent people watching at a time. That's really high. Obviously we're at 50 right now, which is really good actually. For this week at least. But I'm like a tenth of the way there. So the ways people get subscribe buttons, if you ever see somebody with a small following that has one, either they knew somebody that like vouched for them heavily. They're grandfathered in. You can get grandfathered into a subscriber button, which seems kind of ridiculous, but back when Twitch was, you know, young, the subscriber button was like very easy to get. I think you only needed, you know, 25, 50 concurrent viewers to get it. So it was a lot easier to get your hands on. Or the last option, and kind of the really shitty option, is there are certain people that... No! No! I opened up my inventory instead of using... Oh god, that's such obnoxious. I really wish this game would pause while you're looking at your stat screen or your inventory. I don't even know. Holy.
That's actually an ant going up my pant leg. How the hell did I not notice that? That is really obnoxious. Well, I guess you guys get to have a great view of my belly. Woo.
But yeah. So the last way is people bot. Like, people will get a bunch of bots to, like, fill out their stream, get up to 500 concurrently for, like, a week or two, and be like, look at how many people are watching me. You should give me a sub button. And then they do. And then they stop botting, and don't have to worry about it. And that's how they get a sub button, too. There are other ways of doing it. I should look into it. I know that I've got Waspinator, who shows up at some point. He's got a sub button. So maybe it's easier to get than I think, but I don't really know. Anyway, so I'll see you guys on the next episode of Dungeon Souls, which is going to be filmed right this very second.